It's May 9th, 2013, and this is Pocket Gamer giving you some first impressions of all the exciting iOS games that have come out this week. Do you remember in Mario Kart 64 on Rainbow Road, you could beat the competition by leaping off into space at a very specific part of the track and hopefully land on a much later part of the level? It was a cheat, of course, but in Impossible Road, that idea is taken and made into a bona fide strategy for success. So when you inevitably topple off the game's thin, winding, spiralling, curving road, you can try to land on lower portions of the track and keep going. When you finally master it, rolling and dropping down the track is a sheer edge-of-your-seat thrill, and the fact that it's so quick to take another go makes it ripe for compulsive, just one more go, habit-forming addiction. If you're done with Super Hexagon, this might be your new sadomasochistic game of choice. Next up, in staggeringly minimalist games, is Perfection from Sling It maker Dumb and Fat. In this one, you must lop off bits of a big floating polygon so that it will fit snugly in the awkward lumpy line beneath. The idea is to do it in as few slices as possible and attain that all-important Perfection award. It's got a zen-like ambient soundtrack and a great utilitarian art style. The only weird thing is the structure. Every level is completely randomised. There's no real progression to it, and no classic sense of accomplishment. It's all a bit strange, but still, while it lasts, it is an addictive little number and quite a lot of fun. Dig is Kicks. Kicks? Quicks? Kicks? Let's say Kicks. The Taito arcade game where you have to keep dividing up a big rectangle with lines. Only it's more enjoyable than I just made it sound, sort of. Anyhow, this is Kicks but with an archaeological theme and enemy zombies to avoid and things like that. Our hero, Douglas, must chip away at some dude's back garden until he's unearthed all the hidden gems, like toilet seats, plates, spanners and teddy bears. It's enjoyable enough and it looks great, but it really comes down to how much you love Kicks. Do you love Kicks? Does anybody love Kicks? If you love Kicks, please write in. You may be the last of your species. Daddy Was a Thief takes the term break-in quite literally, because in this game, when you burglarise a skyscraper, you actually smash your way down the building by crashing into floorboards and stomping through ceilings. It looks like madcap knockabout fun, but it's actually quite rote and repetitive. You just keep swiping down to go from floor to floor, hopefully causing some destruction and avoiding missiles along the way. It's not especially clear how the whole combo system and destruction system works either. Top marks to developer then for trying to put a fresh spin on the ever so tired endless runner genre, but this one just isn't much fun. Tasty Tadpoles is a cute casual game. You've got these single screen ponds and you, a delicate and likely delicious tadpole, need to avoid bigger frog toddlers on your way to the exit. It keeps mixing things up with new ideas. You start with green tadpoles that move about on set guard patterns like enemies in Metal Gear Solid, and then you'll meet yellow tadpoles who chase you when you get too close, things like that. It's easy and low impact, but it could be good for kids, I guess. Chuck the Muck is the latest physics-based puzzle platformer to grace the App Store. This time you are a wad of, I don't actually know, I don't think I want to know. Whatever the case, you're after these red gems. So you move about, forge these trampolines at set points in the level, and then fling yourself, Angry Bird style, around the stage, all while avoiding guards and bats and volcanoes. It's got lots of levels to play and gear to find. It looks quite posh, but it's a shame the controls are kind of naff, and it's filled with in-app purchases. How about a German board game? This one is called Las Vegas and it comes from Ravensburger Digital. I'll try and explain how it plays, but bear with me. In each round, there you've got these 6 casinos and they each get a random amount of cash attributed to them. Then players roll a handful of dice and can choose to invest in a casino with the same number as one or more of their dice. Up to 3 other players then do the same, and then at the end of each round, each of the casino's money is given to the players who have invested the most dice. It's quite complicated. Anyway, Board Game Geek gave the physical edition 6.9 out of 10, so could be good. This digital remake is rather spiffy and has all the bells and whistles you'd expect. You know, online play, local play, single player, asynchronous play, all the good stuff. Dear the video game industry, can we please go 1 week without an endless runner? Just one measly week, 7 days without a game about running full tilt until you inevitably stumble into a crevice and die. I'm sure we can coordinate it, maybe make an email list or something. Until that day, until that glorious day, we get Running with Friends from Zynga, a bull-based runner with a social element. The idea is that you swap scores with a Facebook friend and each player can take their turn in their own time, like Words with Friends. You can't actually play this game single player, you have to have someone you're fighting with. But that kind of defeats the purpose when you can just buy, in-app purchases to artificially inflate your score with unfair boosts and, revivals when you die, so who really cares?